Hello everyone, today again Monday evening. I'm Susan Koruthu, your life psychologist and mind reprogram expert with a new subject. And I think you will definitely like the subject. It is all about spotting the narcissistic person. And why I took this subject, because I get to deal with many in my sessions, and it is really tough to live with a narcissistic person. And recently one of my friends also experienced it. In a couple of relatives told me about their difficulties. I thought it's a real important subject to be discussed. So I thought today's life, let's take narcissistic personality. Now, narcissistic are the people who has got inflated ego, and they have a very high self importance, and I cannot say it is a self-confidence. In fact, narcissistic personalities, it's a personality disorder. We can call it NPD, narcissistic personality disorder. So let's just say narcissistic personality disorder is a disorder where the person really doesn't know what he does, and it's mostly happens to men, not females. Like we cannot find females with narcissistic personalities. In the narcissistic personality, anyone who's living with a narcissistic personality knows that they're really living in a hell. It is a hell for a person, because narcissistic has got certain behavior or certain nature which is really difficult for another person, especially their partner, to live with. And they always wanted to be in the primary position. They will never take any criticism. When somebody criticizes them, they think that that person is attacking them and they are putting them down, and they will not take it. And narcissistic wants other people to be working or performing or behaving to their favor and do jobs for them. They're like a person who is taking orders and executing those orders, and they will not consider the other person as a human being. They lack empathy. Absolutely, they don't have empathy. They don't treat other person as a human being. They mostly treat them as an object, where they have to just please them and do work for them, and come all the time, praise them and feel and express that gratitude, and keep telling them you are a wonderful person, you are that, you are this. The constant admiration makes them really in that inflated state, and anytime there is a drop or the person says something against them, that person gets it. And the very interesting fact is that the narcissistic personality always are achievers, and they really make things happen for them. They're very self-focused, and they keep company with the high-profile people. They project themselves in a high manner, and they interact or they relate with people who are high in the society. And when they know that and somebody is, and especially it happens in a husband and wife relationship, and mostly wife will more closely interfere with the husband, and the wife says something. Maybe she is right. I'm not saying that she just comments. She may be saying something right, or she wanted to tell him that she has got some wish, she has got some needs, and he will not take it. For living with a narcissistic, you have to completely feel that you don't have yourself. You are not a person with any needs, any likes, or any importance. Okay, what they say, what they do, you are obeying it. And if you are living with a narcissistic, you need to understand that they will never change, and they will manipulate you to the level that you feel it's so suffocating. They emotionally blackmail you. They put you down like anything. They blame you for anything that happens in the life. You are at fault. You did this. You did that, and because of you, this is happening. And they will point blank blame you, put you down, and they will like identify certain personality traits is not even there in you, and they will say you have got mental issue, you have got emotional kind of some disorders, and they will put you like you are the bad person in the entire scene and they are the divine people, and they are capable of presenting this to the external world. And most of the time people think that you are at fault, and they create themselves as very good people. And sometimes what happens is that when they present it in that way, what happens is those people, the people who hear, the people who are, and like in the outside world looking at it, may come and advise you and tell you that please, he has got this good qualities, that good qualities, and in fact he has got very good qualities because he fly high in the professional world. In any other relation, he doesn't want to put himself down. And here another thing is that the person has got a very, very low confidence and inferiority complex. Anytime he feels that you are a little bit of popular, you have a good quality, somebody is appreciating you, they get threatened and they will make sure that you are going down. Now, if you think that you can just advise them, or you can have your opinion which is against them, you get it. They will thrash you. They will really make your life really miserable. Now, if you wanted to live with a narcissistic, I would say now living with a narcissistic is really, really, really difficult. And if you decide to live with them, and it is your responsibility, and you need to be understanding what you can get, what you cannot get, and you are not supposed to be blaming that no, this person is doing this to me because this person is like that and he cannot change, because he is not thinking that he has got a problem. He is not thinking that he's bullying you, belittling you, and he is putting you down to the level that beyond the dust particles has got more value than you. That's the way they will treat you, and they will not give you any value. They treat you as an object, and they don't have any empathy, they don't have any feelings towards you. So you need to be thinking that whether I will be able to live this situation for a longer time, or how I wanted to be behaving in this relationship. And one thing I'll tell you, if in case you are going to live in this relationship, you need to be understanding that this person will be putting all the blames on you. Any achievements that you make, the person will put that into kind of, no, that is not because of that, don't think that you are this, you are that, and maybe because of me, for example, if you say that like, okay, now I am working in Dubai, that's why you came here, that's why you made it happen for you, all these kind of things will happen to you, and they will not try to feel you valuable in that relationship. Now, what is the best things to do is, yes, I know that this is going to happen, you need to accept it, this is what I'm going to get, but do not get upset with whatever they say. And now, let me tell you, take every step cautiously, and never get into an argument with such kind of people. You will not win, because they play with your feeling, they play with your emotions, and they make you feel that, oh gosh, I'm really bad, I don't have any value, and they put you into that situation, and they make other people started to believe, or start he make you in front of other people also the bad person. And when they are in there, they will say, they will take it in such a way that you are lucky because you are with me and you got me, I am the star, so because of me you are having this, because of me you are enjoying this, because of me you are doing this. And if something goes, every blame is on you. If the kids are not behaving properly, the blame is on you. And another thing is, if they think that you are not coming in their side, they will take another route, and they manipulate others. For example, they take the other people into his side, like their side, and then just make you the bad person. They isolate you from the entire team or the entire group, and you will be really suffocating. They make you suffocate by whatever way they make you feel that You have to be under them. You have to be all the time telling that you are the great person. You are the man. You know, like, I'm nothing. That is what. And without you, I can't do anything. And another area is that, you know, whatever you do, whatever you contribute, or if you're a working person, they make sure that, you know, everything is going to them. And if you started to build on yourself, they will started to put another demand. If you're doing so, and then this has to be taken care of. If you are, you know, if you want to do that, and this needs to be taken care of. So they put so much of obstacles in front of you so that you get suffocated again. So they will not allow you to have your dreams. They will not allow you to live according to what really you want. Maybe your wishes and your needs are genuine, but they will not allow you to do that. And now, when you decided to live with them, never argue with them. Just listen to them and say, maybe, okay, that may be your opinion, I may disagree with it, and just don't stay there, just leave. If they're very upset and very angry, just do not respond. And you just have to say, I disagree, that's it. And let them take the decision. But even that will make them really angry. And now, never argue, never prove your side right. If you try to do that, you are going to get it. They will not bother, because nothing will affect them other than, I am great, I am the top. That's the only thing that they will think. So never argue, never prove your side is right. Another thing, never turn the person who's a narcissistic to the way you want that person to be. And, you know, quoting them the moral values, quoting them the, you know, religious books. Some people say Bible says this, and, you know, Gita says that. No, don't do all this kind of, this will not work with them, because they will not listen to all these things other than what I think right, what I want, how I can put myself in the top inflated egotistical position. That's the only thing they look at it. Now, when you want to, another area is setting your boundaries clearly, right? What you need to think, what I want, what is that I want, and how I can focus on myself. When you look at it, you need to set certain boundaries. And when you set certain boundaries, you need to be very, very, very careful, because if you are strong enough to maintain those boundaries, only then you set it, because every boundary is a threat to the person. He will try to the maximum to break it. He will try the maximum to you to really go away from that boundary, because it's a threat to his self-importance, you know, self-importance. He's really having a, I am something, and she's putting a boundary. No, I'm not going to accept it. So he will do every possible way to break it. And if you are not breaking it, then he may try to you know, kind of be pleasing way will come to you. You know what, I take care of you, I'm doing this, then why do you need to do this? You know, don't worry about it, I'm that kind of a person, this kind of person. What all things I'm giving you, they make you feel that, okay, he is telling me he will be taking, okay, he is coming to the nice way, and, you know, he coming to the pleasing way. But remember one thing, he's doing it because he wants you to break the boundary. And once you break the boundary, and then he gets it, and then he knows that do not give any importance to your boundaries, because it can be easily broken, and there is no value for the boundaries that you set. Also, a person who did not put boundaries from the beginning, it is a bit you know, difficult for the person to set new boundaries, but make sure that you know how to set that boundaries. Now, another thing is, when you are living with a narcissistic, never set your value, never feel that what you are is according to what he says, because he manipulates, he just put you down. He never wanted to be a person who has got value. So whatever he says is not right for your personality. That is not who you are. Never assess yourself. Never feel yourself in connection with what the narcissistic personality says. You look at yourself. That's why we say you need to have your self-respect. You need to have your self-assessment. You need to understand yourself and say that, okay, he says that, okay, I get a kind of you know, like a filter where what is required I filter and take it. The rest is just says that I'm not going to take it. Now, do not think that your narcissistic partner will accept you, feel for you, understand your emotions and support you in your growth. Nothing will happen like that. So it is always important to have a good supportive system that you develop outside. For example, if you wanted to have some kind of a support, have a therapist with you whom you can go and share and build yourself to live that life. Or you can have somebody in the family, somebody in your friendship, somebody who someone who will just listen to you, who will not judge you, who will not kind of advise you, what to do, how to do and everything. And one more thing I wanted to tell you, that the children who was living in a narcissistic family will have a problem because they don't understand what the mutually respected relationship is. Because the boundary setting, the mutually respected relationships, every relationship is going to be so beautiful. But here the children thinks that, okay, this is the way the relationship work, that defective family relationship. They think that most of the places just like that, it's not a big deal. But they don't understand how a real good mutually respectful relationship works, and that's the problem. You have seen that olden days, our parents or grandparents will say, men are like that, you just give up, don't bother, just leave it. It is just like that. What is the big deal? You just accept it and just leave it. And whatever they do, let them do. Don't go and argue. Don't put your opinion or force your opinion on them. This is not required. They are right in one way, but at the same time in that relationship you need to tell your children that this is not the way the relationship would work. There can be a better relationship out there. But unfortunately here we are managing it because this is the issue we are facing. That doesn't matter, but there can be beautiful relationship. This needs to be clarified to the children who are living in the narcissistic relationship. Now, another area is you are supposed to be independent in a narcissistic relationship. Even though the person will get threatened by your independence, your self-sufficiency, what you need to do is you need to be clearly understanding what you do with your life. That, for example, if you're going to work, and definitely a narcissistic person's wife has to work, they are very good even in gaslighting. They are really good. So a person who is a partner of a narcissistic personality, you should be a person who's independent, earning for yourself and making sure that you save it for yourself and everything. Because even you go and work in a narcissistic, put so many other demands and make you put when salary comes, they will demand that to be spent on various areas so that you yourself will not be independent and strong enough financially also. So in that way, when it comes, you make sure that your plan is clearly right, and also make sure that you have your family and friends and other support system clearly working for you. Again, I'm telling you, living with a narcissistic is so difficult. I understand it clearly because I deal with people, and do not waste your time correcting them, because they will not, and they will not go through any therapy. They will not take any kind of help because they think that they are the best and they are absolutely normal, and that's the way they work. And if you wanted to live with them, take that decision. If you don't, also you take your decision. But if you want to live with them, please seek help and understand how you can live with them. Thank you, and I will be with you on next Monday evening with another subject which is useful for your life. Until then, enjoy your life. I'm Susan Koruthu, your personal transformation expert. Bye-bye.